testing to make sure that this video is working. I think it is. Welcome back to my channel, guys. My name is Casey. If you're new here, I doubt that you are, but my name is Casey. I go by Preach Black Gal on my YouTube channel. So welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the video, and I'm so excited because I finally feel the zeal to film a video. So this is going to be a little mini life update because it's been a couple months since I last posted, and I just want to answer a couple questions with y'all and let you know how I'm doing, let you know what's going on in my world, and feel free to do the same. Let me know what's going with you. I'm going to list out a couple questions and I'm going to answer them, and I want you to answer them too if you feel comfortable. So yeah, let's get into the video. I'm really excited. Alright, so the first question is, what's new in my world right now? So if you have been looking at my past videos, I was doing a challenge, and the name of the challenge was Operation 30. Now, I turned 30 on July 29th, and leading up to it, I was counting down the days because I was just like so anxious about turning 30 that I was literally trying to change my world in a couple months. So guess what happened? So God ended up intervening in that whole thing. I had these very lofty goals to like write 4 books, to I don't know, lose a bunch of weight, just do a bunch of different things that I really didn't need to do, but I just felt like I needed to do before I turned 30. So I ended up going to a prayer meeting, and the Lord revealed to me that the spirit that was influencing all of those decisions was pressure. Okay? Who knew that pressure could be a spirit? But apparently it comes from the spirit of anxiety, and I was operating under a lot of pressure. And so the Lord just broke me free from all that, and I ended up just allowing the last couple months leading up to my birthday to be a time of deep reflection, and I just enjoyed the ride. Like, I'm just going to be grateful for what it is, and I'm not going to stress myself out about too many things. And so turning 30 was already a big enough milestone, and I could write a whole video on like what it's like now that I'm 30, but ultimately I just wanted it to be a time of reflection because turning 30 is a big deal, and for some people it's a joy, for some people it's a little bit stressful. And because it was stressful for me, I was just like, I'm just gonna let the day come and enjoy it as best I can. And I ended up going to the Bahamas for my birthday. So if you haven't caught up and watched that vlog, you can watch that vlog. It's right before this one. And I ended up just enjoying it and having a great time. And literally the day I turned 30, I was fine. So the newest thing in my world is that I'm 30, and I'm loving it. I love being 30. I love the maturity. I love the security, and I love the places that I'm still looking to grow, and I love that I still have a lot of life ahead. So yeah, girl, I'm 30, so that's what's new. My biggest win this month. So my biggest win this month actually happened in therapy. I had a breakthrough in therapy based on some things that I was reflecting with my therapist about. And honestly, this might be the new Operation 30. Like, Operation 30 revamped. My therapist and I had a conversation about just my relationship to self-care, and this has been a long-standing like struggle, but we really decided that we were going to focus in on me establishing a new level of security and identity when it comes to self-care and self-investment and self-focus, because I have a very demanding life that oftentimes I can get put on the back burner. So the new Operation 30 has to do with me investing in myself, in my goals, and in the things that I know that I'm called to. Similar, like this YouTube video. So, or like this YouTube channel. So I will be posting hopefully a lot more because I'm just going to be spending more time investing in myself. And when you pour into yourself, you're more willing and better able to pour into others. So that's one of my biggest wins this month, is that I'm reinvesting in myself. Operation 30 is the new version of Operation 30 is going to be me investing in myself. So that was one of my biggest wins this month. Okay, the next question is, what is on my current playlist? So one thing about me is that I have a song for every season of life. Like when I was going through warfare, one of my favorite songs was He Fights For Me by Ty Bello. That song literally got me through. Like I always have a song to align with whatever season I'm in. Like I've had songs about CeCe Winans. I've had just different songs that align with whatever that I'm declaring or I'm believing God for, or just any encouragement that I need. And in this season, it's this new song called He Is by Lee Vasi. I think that's how you pronounce her name. And the song is simply about just her resting in the fact that Jesus Christ is everything that she needs. She doesn't have to be perfect because he's perfect. And if you haven't listened to it, that's a song that you should absolutely add to your playlist. And another song that I'm just going to give a shout out to, it's not R&B, it would be considered electronic, is Paper by Sensa Chanel. It's like a little fun little bop, like better on paper, baby, you much better on paper, baby. I love that song. So that's another song that I added to my playlist that I was using like as a birthday bop. But those are two songs, one that's spiritual and Christian and the other is just like Lil Bop. Actually, both of them are kind of like Lil Bops. But that is a song that I'm listening to currently in this season that I think everybody would enjoy. Any upcoming plans that I'm looking forward to? So yes, there are plans that I'm looking forward to. Yes, there are plans that I'm looking forward to. So at the end of this year and into the new year, 2026, I will be returning back to Africa. So we took a year off last year with the missions organization that I work with, and we didn't go anywhere last year. But this year, we're going back to Africa, and I'm really excited. So if you want to donate or you're interested, please look on my Instagram, because hopefully by now I've posted a little bit more about what we're looking to do and how you can get involved, donate, or contribute to the trip. So yes, I'm going back to Africa at the end of the year. We're going to Uganda this year. That'll be my third time going to Uganda, and I'm really excited because at this point Uganda feels like home. I'm very familiar with it, and the title of our trip I will be releasing soon, like what our mission and our focus is, but we're just going back to serve the people, and we're going to be doing a lot of strategic and supernatural and very spiritual things. And I'm really excited because I haven't been in a while. Like, it's been a while since I've been back, and it'll be the second country that I've been to this year. Like I said, I just went to the Bahamas, and so I'll be closing out the year in Uganda for the first time. This will be the first time that I'm there at the end of the year. I usually go in the summer. This is my first time going like in the December months, which I think is a little bit cooler for Africa. So I'm excited about that trip, and it's gonna be a fun time. But yeah, that's a trip or something I'm looking forward to in the new year. Okay. And so we're going to close out on this question. What advice would you give yourself a year ago? It would be to pray more. Because last year was a lot, and the beginning of this year was also a lot. And I think had I spent a little bit more time in prayer, I would have better been able to cope with the changes and the shifts that I was experiencing. Like, I have very high moments of joy, and I have very deep valleys of sadness, and I think prayer would have been a better stabilizing factor had I leaned on it a little bit more. Obviously I pray, but praying with a little bit more intention, because life comes at you fast. So yeah, that would be my advice. Very cliche, but honestly, with some of the things that I went through, prayer should have been a lot more of a priority. Yeah, so I would say pray more. All right, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in to this little mini life update / Q&A session. Please answer the questions. I'll make sure I type all of them out. Share a little bit about what's going on in your life. Give me a little bit of a life update. And I can't wait to see y'all in the next video, because I plan to do more. So if you watch this all the way through, thank you for watching, and make sure you hit the subscribe button. All right, bye.